Yo, top of the morning to you. What up, what up, what up, fans of the sport? What's happening? How y'all feeling? Alright, just wanted to get this video out. Man, yesterday was an awesome day, man. I watched the Jason Whitlock podcast, and he had the OG Kwame Brown on there, man. I can't say enough about this guy, man. He nailed that motherfucker. He nailed it. I mean, I almost felt like, I'm like, is this guy reading my fucking mind? Like, what's going on? But no, it ain't that. It's a collective. We're all black men with some sense. We're hip to the game now. So it's not about me. It's not about nobody individually. But it's awesome to see, man. It's awesome to see everybody. Well, not everybody. It's awesome to see good brothers, good men kind of putting their heads together and saying, wait a minute, we agree. Because for a long time, black men, we've been taught and trained to mean mug each other through our culture, through, the music we listen to, the movies we watch. We've been taught that it's soft to crack a smile and say, hey, what's up, bro? I don't know. I'm from Baltimore. I it's a little rough there. We've been taught to kind of, it's like, mean mug, and that was what we thought manhood was. But now, it's just great to see black men talking to each other. I don't mean to go off on a tangent, because this ain't about that, bro. You brothers got you're right over the target. You got your foot right on their neck. I don't know if you realize it or not. I think you do. Jason Whitlock, props to you. Salute. I've been a follower of Jason Whitlock for a long time. When everybody was calling him names and saying this about him and that, I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, I kind of agree with this guy. This guy sounds like he had strong male leadership in his life, like me, So a lot of stuff that he says, I really agree with. I've always agreed with Whitlock, Kwame Brown. Now, a little bit about me. I was a Laker fan, a real Laker fan. I'm talking about Magic, Worthy, Byron Scott, Kareem, AC Green, Tom Rambis. I mean, not Tom, Kurt Rambis, right? I'm thinking about Tom Chambers, but no, Kurt Rambis. Michael Cooper. I grew up a Laker fan, right? And it carried all the way through the Shaq and Kobe era, and Kobe, and I've always been a Laker fan. So I'm hip to Kwame Brown. I thought I did not know that this guy was that guy, or that guy was this guy. I didn't know that. And it's so refreshing to see, man. This guy, he's awesome. He doesn't go over the top. He says what he means and leaves it at that. He stands up for himself. He doesn't feel the need to apologize. When they try to put pressure on him, he stands by his word. What's not to respect? As a man, what's not to respect? So, salute to you, brothers, man. Salute. Like, keep your foot right on their neck, and then start applying even more pressure. Like, because we got to look at this like a fight, okay? We got to look at this like a fight. Now, somebody's going to get on their back foot, and I'd rather it be them. Like, for a long time, I said this the other day, reactionary, waiting for them to do something and we get on our back foot. No, it's way more of us. We have way more power, right? We have way more power than most of us really realize. Their whole shit is built on a house of cards. Like, so when you look at it, when you look at the system, right? And the system, all of it, like the go along, get along gang, right? When you look at all of that and because they just the front men. Like, they ain't nothing really. They throw them out there for us. But when you look at the system, it's made to look like it's like reinforced steel behind steel walls, and it looks like you just cannot defeat this thing, right? But that ain't it at all. That shit is a mirage. This shit is built off of a house of cards. Once we stop believing their bullshit, believing in their strength, because they're not strong. Strong people don't move the way they do. So it's like almost once you take one of the cards off, the whole fucking thing collapses. Why is Stephen A. Smith going so hard? Why is he so invested in this? It ain't because of him. Let's not make this like Stephen A. Smith is the mastermind behind the shit. He's not. He's doing what he's told. And they're putting the fear of God in this man to go out there. Think about that. They're putting the fear of God in this man to go out there and do what he's doing. He don't care. He really don't care. He tells you he's all about his money. He gonna do what it take to keep the checks running in. Right? So it's the people behind him. Now, yeah, we got to deal with this cocksucker because he's in the way. Him and all the rest of them. And if you want to, like Kwame Brown to tell you who's on that team, right? But it ain't about them. Yeah, we're going to deal with them, but we dealing with them and I'm saying this because, like, it's easy. Like, if we make it about them, it's like, we could get this cocksucker off the air, like, by, like, next week. If we just stop watching, start putting pressure on these networks to watch what the fuck they say about us, he can be gone, right? And that's what they think. They think they can control us that way. They'll say, all right, Steve, I don't know. They'll bring him into the office and they'll say, Steve, we're gonna sit you down for a minute. Because that's all it would be. They'll be sitting him down, they'll call it like he's being removed, and they'll make it seem like, yeah, Stephen A. got fired, whatever, even if they do fire him. And then we go to sleep. And then we go to sleep thinking we won. Yay, we got this motherfucker off the air. No. Like, he is nothing but a pawn. He'll be replaced with somebody else. It might be somebody who speaks more of our language, but you got to think. The people that want this vanilla shake pushed on everybody, they're not going to they don't care who's in the spot. They want the job. They want their job done. And we got to let them know it ain't happening, bro. It ain't happening, Captain. I don't care who you put in Stephen A. You could bring Max back, put him there. No. We are against this. We want autonomy over our bodies. Right? We want autonomy over our bodies. Like, we're not going to be told, it's my body, my choice. We're not going to be told what to do with our bodies. We're not going to be forced into anything with our bodies. Now, it might sound like a daunting task, right? But it's not. You know why? Because, see, men are standing up all over the place. Airline pilots are walking away from their jobs. Who's going to do that? Who you going to get to do that job? That's a highly specialized job. That's a business killer. They're gonna break. We're not gonna break. They're gonna fucking break. As long as we stand firm and do what we supposed to do, all we gotta do is be men. We don't have to do anything but be men. Do what naturally comes to us. You hit me, I'm gonna fucking hit you back. Right? That's man shit. Kwame said that last night, and I love that shit, man. Like, you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. I'm really not worried about you. Like, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing what's best for me, my family, and my team. I'm not bothering you, but if you come over here, I'm gonna unleash some hell on you. And I'm gonna show you why that's not a good idea. That's the mindset. And I see it, and it's great. Let's not get sidetracked. It's not about Stephen A. It's not about Charlemagne. It's not about Molly Karam or Jalen Rose. None of these people. None of these clowns. I hate to put Jalen Rose in the clown category. I hate it. I hate to do that. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. But I will say this. Just watch the game, because the gatekeepers, like, they're coming out now. They're revealing themselves. And it's not up to us to say, I like this guy. I like this guy. And so, no. When the gatekeeper shows himself, we got to get with it. Anything else would be idolatry. That's why God was so against idolatry, because you can be turned against your own values because of another person's charisma or somebody that you like. Like, when you have an idol, you're going to go the way they go. That's why you should never have an idol. You can say, look, I'm just going to take a hypothetical. I'm against eating shellfish, right? But then, I mean, you could live your whole life, the first 30 years of your life, not eating shellfish, not really liking it, saying it's bad for your health. You can do that, right? Hey, you can, if you like shellfish, fine. I'm not picking on you. I'm just using it as an example. Okay, so this ain't about shellfish. Listen to what I'm saying. You live your first 30 years of your life saying, I don't really like shellfish. It's not good for me. It doesn't really make me feel good. And, I've seen some things, whatever. But I am this huge basketball fan, right? I'm a huge basketball fan. I like to play basketball. And my favorite player is Larry Bird, right? Hypothetically. And Larry Bird was a bad motherfucker, but not quite my favorite, but yeah. But let's say my favorite player is Larry Bird. I'm just trying to keep this shit as generic as possible. Larry Bird. Now, I mean, I really, really, really like Larry Bird. I mean, I got Larry Bird posters up. I got his jersey. I got all his jerseys. I got Larry Bird t-shirts. I grow my afro out and dyed it blonde, and then dye my mustache blonde just so I could be like Larry Bird and Antonio Brown, right? So I'm all in. I'm all in with Larry Bird. See? I'm all in now with Larry Bird. And then Larry Bird does a commercial campaign for shellfish, Red Lobster, some shit like that, right? Now there's a conflict. It's like, I don't really like shellfish, but Larry Bird is doing it. Larry Bird is doing it. Like, that's my guy. Like, now you're eating shellfish. See how you just got turned against yourself? That, I don't know how good an example that was, but the point is, idolatry will turn you against your own values. That's why it's like it's kind of playful when we say fanboy, and that shit is funny, and it's playful, but it's also not funny. because what we're really talking about is idolatry. And that shit will have you soulless out here. You will lose yourself. You know, following this player or that player or this player, like becoming like all in with them. Always be all in with yourself, your own values. That's man shit. So, man, I just love the way things are going. It's inspired me to do more. I've always done things kind of behind the scenes, doing different things with the homeless and you know, I've been in tough spots myself, you know, in the past, and people have been there for me, right? So I started this channel to kind of create more of a presence because I should do that. I have a lot to offer the community. And aside from that, I'm a team player, right? I'm a team player. So if I see a good cause, a righteous cause, a cause that's good for me, for my people, for men, for black men, for American men, for families, I'm always gonna be behind that. I'm always gonna be behind a cause like that, because that's where my heart is into things like that too. So stay right on the fucking target, bro. Like, stay right on the target. But once they start, because sooner or later they're gonna catch wind of what's going on, and they're gonna catch wind of the shift under their feet and see that we ain't playing no more, and they're gonna try to switch things up. Remember, they're gonna do something to change the narrative. Okay, they're going to do something. I'm telling you now, it's gonna happen. They're gonna do something wild. They're gonna do something extremely wild to change the narrative. That's gonna happen. But as long as we keep hitting them, beating them to the punch, right? If we get lead foot advantage, we win every time. It really does, because it's so much that they have to do. They have to move a lot of pieces just to pull off one play. We are like, we can do things very quickly. We can do things very quickly. Why? Because it's no fraud. Like, we don't have to orchestrate some massive mirage to do anything. Like, we're just speaking from our heart. So we keep nailing them. We're going to have lead foot advantage, and we're going to always beat them to the punch. Just like Usyk did AJ. Right? We got to have that lead foot advantage, and we got to be on our front foot. You know, we're not backing up anymore. They backed us up into the corner already. This is the line right here. Now we're on our front foot. They're gonna back the fuck up. They're getting pushed back now. Right? So shout out to Kyrie Irving, bro. Like, we right here with you, bro. We are right here with you. Everything's gonna be fine. These motherfuckers are gonna break. Peace.